Ring in the new year with class and style. It's all about champagne tonight. Moonshine Place Kitchen. And we welcome you to a special New Year's Eve edition. We're turning over the year from 2023 to 24. It's going on right now. We got a little Guy Lombardo up here on the TV screen. Of course, we've got Guy Lombardo. What's New Year's without the old Canadian, right? Anyway, speaking of New Year's Eve drinks, we're going to be doing a special tonight with four separate champagne drinks, specialty champagne drinks. And we're going to start with an Old Cuban. An Old Cuban is a southern drink. It's got a couple of neat ingredients. Let's get going, okay? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to need a little fresh lime juice. So we're going to come over here. We're going to chop up a lime. Of course, before we chop up our lime, we always roll it to get those juices to really come up, okay? And we're going to cut that. We've got a trusty little juicer going on right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll get a little lime juice going. Now we're only going to need about a ½ ounce of lime juice. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll let that set up for a second. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our mixer. We're going to grab a couple of ice cubes out of there. Let's get, we'll go with 3, okay? And into that, we're going to be adding 3/4 of an ounce of mango rum. Mango rum, it's got to have a little sweetness to it. So we're going to go with 3/4 of an ounce of that, okay? Get 3/4 of an ounce of that in there. Then the next thing we're going to be getting in is that ½ ounce of fresh lime. Okay? And then to that, we're going to be adding a little bit of bitters. We're going to jump in with a little bit of bitters. Just a couple of shots of that. All right. And also, we're going to be doing a little bit of simple syrup and 3 mint leaves, okay? So we'll just put in a little bit of simple syrup, just a little dash of that, okay? 3 mint leaves, here they are. And that's going to about do it. That's all we're going to need to do right now to get this started. So we're going to get that mixed up a little bit. There we go. All right, that's mixed up pretty good. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to go ahead and grab our champagne flute. We've gone ahead and we've cooled these in the refrigerator for a few hours, so they're frosted up very nicely. All right, so we're going to take that and we're going to go ahead and get some of this beautiful liquid right in there. That's a beautiful start to a drink right there. Then we got to get into our champagne. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and uncork our champagne, and we're starting with Martini and Rossi, Asti Spumante. Now, the funny thing about champagne, as if you wouldn't know, champagne is a very select drink that comes from an area called Champagne in France. So everything else is a sparkling wine, and Martini and Rossi is actually a sparkling wine. Here, if I can get the cage off of this. Come on, you can get off. There we go. So let's get that. Here we go. This is going to be New Year's. Wow. This one's tight. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and introduce our champagne right in there. And then into that, a nice little touch with a little vanilla bean. Okay? There's an Old Cuban. Step up to the bar. It's something a little different, with a little vanilla bean, a little southern taste to it. Nice little flavor to it. That's a good deal. Don't go away. We're going to come right back. We're going to start with, our next drink is going to start up with a little French drink called the Ritz 75, right from Paris. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And we're back ready to do the Ritz 75 straight from good old Patty, okay? So we're going to start with a little bit of lemon and a little mandarin orange. A little lemon, a little mandarin orange. So let's get a lemon going. We'll roll that out a little bit. Okay. We'll make some lemon juice, some fresh lemon juice. Get that going. Okay. Now we can go ahead and mix these two juices. It doesn't matter, they're going to get mixed anyway. So here's a mandarin. It's actually a tangerine. So let's go ahead and get that going. Okay. We'll get that in there. That ought to do it. That ought to do it. That looks pretty good. Okay. So let's get some ice in our shaker again. We'll go with 3 cubes. There they are. And we'll go ahead and we'll put our juice right in there. That'll go in first. All right. And then to that, we're going to add a little bit of sugar. We're going to put just a drop of sugar in and a little bit of gin. Okay, so let's find our sugar. Here it is. I'm going to go with a teaspoon of sugar. Teaspoon of sugar. And we got a little Gilby's gin, which is a very clean taste. We'll go with a little bit better than a ½ ounce of that. That looks good. Get a little of that in there. Now let's get this mixed up nice. Shook up nice. There we go. Boy, that's got a good little color to it. That's nice. All right. That's got a nice little color to it. Beautiful. Ritz 75 straight from Paris. It looks a little bit like a morning mimosa, but it's going to have much different taste to it. Don't go away. Come on back as we have 2 mimosa type champagnes that you might not have tried yet. Don't go away. This is now getting fun. And we're back. We're back. We're going to start off with a beautiful apple cider mimosa. And we're going to start by sugaring up the rim with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. So first thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and grab another lemon. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that up. And we're going to go ahead and take our frosted glass and go ahead and get some lemon juice right here on the rim of the glass. A little bit of lemon juice. Something for the sugar to hold on to, the cinnamon and the sugar. I'll put this over on the side here. And all we're going to do is go ahead and get, I could do a little better than that. There we go. Go ahead and get a nice grouping of cinnamon sugar right on the corner of the glass. That looks good. Okay? So then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to need to get into our mixer. We're going to need to start with a little bit of apple cider and a little bit of Fireball. So let's go ahead. We're going to start with this apple drink right here. And we're going to put in basically about an ounce of apple cider. Okay? So we'll get that in. I should probably throw a couple ice cubes in there too, shouldn't I? Okay. Let's get a couple cubes in that one as well. There we go. And then we've got a little Fireball. Yeah, a little Fireball whiskey. That's pretty good stuff. I buy the little ones. I get them in a case, like the little ones in a case. And that's pretty good. But we only need about 3/4 of an ounce. These are nice little shot things. If you want a little flavor once in a while, you take a little shot of Fireball. That'll light you up. Okay? It's a little bit more like a liqueur than it is a whiskey. That's pretty good though. Okay? And that's basically what we're going to need to shake up, really. Okay? So we'll go ahead and shake that up. Alrighty. So now, let's see if I can pour this in here without wrecking what we did here with our little topping. Let's see how good Gary is about that. Oh boy, Gary, easy goes it, easy goes it. Easy goes it. There we go. Okay, that's in there. That's looking pretty good. All right. Now let's get some champagne in there. Get some of our Asti Spumante. Easy, Gary, easy. Let that foam up a little bit. Don't overflow on me. Oh, look at that. Okay, then we're going to go ahead. I'm going to get a little slice of apple out of this deal. Nice fresh piece of apple. Let me get a little thinner piece. That looks nice. Okay. Put a little slice of apple. A little cinnamon swirler for you. Now that's a pretty thing, don't you think? There you go. Apple cider mimosa. Something a little different. Bet you haven't tried that yet. Don't go away. We're coming up with the blushing mimosa, a drink for you, the ladies. Don't go away. Blushing mimosa, one for the ladies, like I said before the last break. Very simple to do. We need a little bit of orange juice, so we're going to use a little bit of this mandarin, which is actually just as good, but you can use mandarin, orange, tangerine, anything you want, but you need a citrus juice, okay? So let's get a little of that going. Some fresh juice there. Get that right in. Even with a little bit of pulp, you're good, okay? That's good. All right. Then we're going to put in a little bit of pineapple juice. Now, normally I'd go ahead and take care of the pineapple in the way that I just did the orange, but in this case, that's all I was going to need today, so I didn't feel like going through the whole thing of cutting up a pineapple and doing it. But that's all you need, a little bit, 3/4 of an ounce of that, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and let's mix this up a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and add our champagne. There we go. Watch that come up a little bit. Let's get a little bit more on that one. That looks good, okay? Then, a little grenadine. And here's where we go to blushing mimosa. We're going to drop in just a touch of grenadine in here and see if we can make it blush, okay? Just get a little bit of that in there. Maybe just a tad more. There we go. There we go. Let that settle in. That's a pretty drink. Blushing mimosa. Come right back because we have a special treat for you. A little Happy New Year for you from our staff here, from Silvana and I. Come right on back. We got a little treat for you. Come on back. Okay, welcome back, welcome back. I'm here at my wife Silvana, and we're going to do a little toast. We're going to toast in 2024, and we're going to thank you all for following our program here at the Moonshine Place Kitchen. We've had a lot of fun doing it. She's worked behind the scenes on a lot of different shows, and she's done a lot of the camera work, and we still get to eat all this great stuff and drink all this great stuff. So with that, my wife and I are going to go ahead and chime in the new year and say, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Ooh, I got this apple. That's delicious.
Delicious, yes.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We want to thank you for joining us on the Moonshine Place Kitchen, and we look forward to serving you again.